tangible or intangible, all letgoables have three things in common. First, they're standing between us and what we want most. Second, we can control them, meaning we can make the choice to hold on to them or to let them go. And we don't need anybody else's permission or complicity or compromise in order to do it. And third, we often have no idea that they're actually there, inside or outside our consciousness or subconsciousness, keeping us stuck, even when we think we've done all the letting go we need to. So here's what I mean. We often think if I let go of, say, the guy or the girl or the relationship or the person or the house or the job or whatever, the big thing, we're good. We've done all the letting go we need to. And then we're left scratching our heads when we're still not either feeling better or getting any further up that ladder to where we actually want to go. And that's because letting go of the big things is often just the start of all that we need to let go of. It's the tip of the iceberg, if you will. Because while letgoables can certainly travel alone, more often they don't. It's more likely that where there's one letgoable, there are several, like seeing a deer in the road. So when you see one, you know there are likely more right behind it, just waiting to barrel out in front of your car and get you in a whole lot of trouble. That first deer is a sign to slow down and take stock, and then to prepare yourself to deal with all the deer that come after it, or risk finding yourself dinged in a ditch over and over and over. Which brings me back to the struggle that I mentioned at the top of this video, which also brings me to the fix. Again, you can't just let go of a person in a relationship and think you've fully released all that's standing between you and healthy love with yourself and with the right person. There's more. You see, calling all those other letgoables out requires you to be thoughtful, because while some are obviously more obvious than others, you want to make sure that you get them all. And that's why I recommend creating something I call a letting go hit list. So what is that? It's you being really mindful about what you need to let go of comprehensively in order to make different choices in love and relationships, so you can actually get to the top rung of the ladder. It's exploring all the potential letgoables keeping you stuck through the healthy process of self-examination. And I'm not just talking about looking for the conscious stuff that you need to let go of, like the collection of action figures that your ex left in your office, or your ex themselves, or their not so great friends, but the subconscious stuff, the stuff that you might not even know is getting in your way, like the subliminal talk track of self-blame and guilt and loathing that runs 24/7 like a dull hum in your head, or the bad story you tell yourself about love. The one that you really believe, and not the one you like to trick yourself into thinking is actually possible for you, or share with your friends when they ask you, how are you doing? I'm fine. It's all fine. I know it'll get better. I'll know I will find someone. I deserve it. When you really don't believe that's the case. You know what I mean. Because while you may talk a good game about knowing that you deserve more and that you're going to find it, do you really believe it, consciously and subconsciously? See, this was a game that I often played with myself, and my external answer was yes, of course. But my internal answer was always no. And that was the one that drove the bus. The inside voice we may not even hear until we clear the metaphorical wax from our ears and let it come through. The one that says, maybe I don't really deserve the love I want because someone once told me I didn't, or maybe being with someone who is not my emotional, intellectual equal is the best I can do, or maybe I shouldn't really be picky until I lose 20 pounds or 20 years. When it comes to letgoables, there are all sorts of stuff we as humans hold on to beyond the obvious big things that we need to release in order to forge ahead in the direction of our goals in love and, frankly, other areas of our lives successfully. So, for example, you can't let go of a partner in a relationship and expect to find a new, healthier partner and relationship without letting go of the limiting beliefs that got you where you didn't want to go in the first place. And if you've got anxiety or fear or any negative emotions about going inside of yourself to uncover those limiting beliefs, no judgment, but you need to let go of that too, so you can be productive and objective and introspective. And if you can't let go of the opinions of other people who might have given you those limiting beliefs in the first place, or the idea that they even matter, then you might not get too far either. Or on a more tangible front, if you can't let go of the home or the possessions or even the friends that you might share with someone who's just not right for you or an ex, how could you possibly move forward? Do you see where I'm going here? You have to take your own temperature on all of this stuff. Answering these questions is not a crowd sport. It's about being honest and acting according to what's right for you. So where do you begin? And how do you know what letgoables are keeping you stuck? And how many things realistically can a person actually hold on to at one time? You'd be very surprised. Now, the good news is I've got a super long list to get you started and to jog your thinking, as well as a collection of low-hanging letgoables that you can literally start releasing right now. And if you're interested in getting this list or understanding those other letgoables, you have to go to page 191 of my book today. And if you don't have my book, you can click the link below to get it. And you can also subscribe to my email list, so you can be one of the first to know when my webinar about the 9 letgoables you need to have a happy and healthy love and relationship and life is available. All of it. So start by clicking the link below, and I look forward to sharing it all with you. Thanks.